Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Pillars of Eternity. I just spent some time off screen and I brute forced this bell puzzle, kind of realizing it probably would have made more sense just to look it up since I was going to do it that way and, kind of cheese it a little, anyways. But the peculiar chime runs through the room. There's a quiet, metal, me, melodic chime from all three bells before their dissonant voices met in one powerful ringing rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole temple, driving a flood of song that drowns out thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak in the other direction. The doors of the passage to the lower level swing open. Now, the only reason I knew that was the correct answer is because it actually did something different. So I kind of just assumed it was. But either way, we're in there now. Oh boy. All right. Hopefully we're not like way out of our depth all of a sudden. Because maybe I was supposed to have a higher skill of some kind to get in there. But I wasn't finding anything super useful, so I just kind of pushed my way in. Already gained a decent amount of experience. That looks like a new type of enemy. Let's see how this goes.
Huh?
Go ahead and get you transformed.
Yes.
Get you attacking.
Let's go!
Can I not hit him with physical attacks? That's kind of the way it seems. I'm just kind of getting beat up.
Let's go!
Okay, we're in big trouble. Okay, I guess I am not supposed to be here yet. And down we go. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, we'll load. I assume the last autosave is probably by far the most current. Let's go and load that. Whoops. Alright, looks like we're going to have to come back to this one. Yeah, this is right when we got downstairs. Let's
Got it.
head right on back up because we are not prepared for that. I guess granted, I maybe if I had used some spells and stuff, but I mean, I don't think that's like a special enemy, so I can't imagine that going down in that area was going to go very well. That is a little unrealistic. We'll head on back. We'll continue on with some of our other quests. Might as well. We do have that. Um, we do have that room unlocked for whenever we're ready to come back to it. That was definitely a bit much. We'll check real quick once we get up here. What other quests do we got? Vengeance from the grave while exploring the wilderness. Okay, I need to confront Norton. Okay, grayed out is complete. So that's the only other quest I got to do in town, right? And yeah, that we're not going to be able to do. This is a task, those are quests, and that's the main quest. So let's go ahead and we'll take care of this guy real quick first. Now where do we think he might live? Blackhammer Smithery, that's probably not it. Windmill. Ingrid's house. Road east. Road south. Offer's house. Huh. Where do we think he lives? I guess we'll try this house first. None of the houses are labeled as his house. Oh, there he is. Perfect. This man and woman appear to be having a deep conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices you approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Hail, traveler.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nansen? Oh, yes, I think we met in Valenwood. I warned him about the bear. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. We're packing for a trip. Actually, I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Nansen. Well, the truth is, I think I've had my fill of this town. Interesting. Time for some new scenery, he says. I know what really happened in that bear cave, Nanton. Color drains from Nanton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Hurley's loss. But this is a wild animal's doing. I don't have enough resolve. Why'd you do it? My friend, he has a cruel enough man to his friends. You didn't know him. You wouldn't defend him if you did. Hands and sword his hand falls to his sword belt. Nanton, wait. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but it wasn't what you think. Hurley, my husband, was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave him the first time. I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nanton, we met and we found and I knew I found someone special, someone kind, someone who cared for me. Please, all I want to do is leave this place to start somewhere else. We have some coins saved up. You could have it only if you let us go. Um, this is kind of a tough one. They really don't have the right to be judge, jury, and executioner, but Hurley wasn't. That doesn't necessarily justify murdering him. Um, hmm. Yeah, just keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Then thank you. Truly, I'm glad you understood. Only here, take this. I hope it brings you luck. We have a long journey ahead, and we gained a minor ring of deflection. Interesting. I wish you well in your travel, stranger. We won't forget this. Hopefully that pays off in the long run. We got some experience out of it. Let's check out this ring we just got. Properties of deflection +5. Don't mind if I do. Alright, anything of interest in their house? Yeah, they got a couple little things. Maybe do a little looting, a hunting bow. And Drywood Part 2. Is that all that was in here? Bottle half empty of booze, I assume. I guess next let's check out that local blacksmith, and then we can move on um, to the main quest. Might as well. Is this one the blacksmith? Yeah, Black Hammer Smithery. Why is the game paused? I was worried someone was attacking me. It auto pauses whenever you initially get when combat initiates. Let's see what we got here. We got a guard, commoner, an apprentice, someone who has a specific name. Two people who are actually been bothered to given names.
Huh?
As you near, you feel vibrant history contained in you. All right, let's see what we got. You see a man crouching, serpentous and alone, a series of tamed shrubs. All that hides the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delgaman, beautiful and terrible, eyes half lidded as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue-orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced. Trembling, tentative hands, and the tranquility broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delgman half smiles, beckoning with two fingers. She does not speak as she approaches. Um, Nothing really of interest in that.
Yeah?
Same deal. I figure you would get yeah,
Got it.
why do we not get to talk to these people? I feel like I'm missing something. This Amo man is an impressive build, towering above the countertop, his skin a dusky blue of the deeper oceans, his thick arms boast corded muscle, small ears and framed square-jawed face, coated in smeared soot and black tattoos alike. Alright. What do you have here? Given a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we've fine weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged right here at the Black Hammer. What do you got? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see what it was all about. I remember that's right click. Jenna's lance, a two-handed pike, slow 14 to 20. I don't think that's significantly better than what I got. It does have reach and constitution. 20% of grazes converted to hit. So it does have some special abilities, that's for certain. How much money do I even have? Where is it on here? I don't think I have enough money for any of this stuff. What's this guy? One-handed weapon. Let's see, pierce damage, bypass, touch, critical hit. Um, there's some stuff that could be helpful here, but I'm kind of afraid to spend all that money. Oh, there's my money. I got 500 bucks. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I don't have a ton of items to sell, so yeah, I don't think there's even anything I could afford other than like maybe this pry bar. Can break a box open. The bronze horn figurine do. One per rest, speed average. Oh, it summoned somebody. Interesting. Either way, nothing I can really do about that now. Actually, whoops, didn't mean to do that. I'd meant to ask the blacksmith why he's having issues with inventory. See if that's potentially another side quest we can go on before we move on to the next town.
Good day, stranger.
You mentioned something about your stock being low. We just don't have the supplies. We've been expecting next delivery for weeks now and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them, or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coins. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situation in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you can keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'll be cutting through the Black Meadow, I'd expect. Only good road for it. Interesting. Where'd the wagon come from? We sent the wagon to New Hemor with weapons, and it swings around through Log Home, and like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow, then north through the wilds. Had a trader come through with a sword. They made it to Log Home, but they haven't heard anything since. Alright. I'll try to see him back safe and sound. I'd appreciate you trying, anyhow. If you bring back the supplies at least, I have much more to offer you. A discount to start. And if you do find any of my workers, give them a good smack upside the head for me. Wow.
Huh?
What a great boss. I'm sure he was like, jesting right there. It was a little joke, but still, the lack of concern is kind of wild. All right, what else do we got to do here in town? Been there. We haven't checked the windmill out. This house apparently can't get into. And then we got Black Hound we've been to. We haven't been to this house. Try this one out. See if there is anything of interest there. Ugh. All right, we got a little fellow hanging out there. Got a table to interact with some grain. Oh, that counts as stealing. A Durgan woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself or perhaps to her unborn child. She's clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail, traveler.
Well, I'm finally starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise and turns around, sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm expecting someone else. Can I help you? Um, who are you expecting? My sister Kalaska. She's traveling with one of the other caravans. Oh no. She sent me a letter before she came. She said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for a caravan master. It's always a tough one, she pauses. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road, or the caravan, perhaps. Uh, I mean, the option says the caravan was attacked and we escaped, but our friend wasn't part of the caravan. Uh, Celestia didn't make it. Aphora covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide from horror for a few moments. She can manage nothing but strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew I told her it was dangerous a dangerous path to take. What is it? It's Kaliska. Was always certain she would take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I just can't believe she's gone. She mentioned that you needed help. Perhaps we could provide some assistance. Thank you for that offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisko as much as I could, but for all I know, a long time now, every child born in the Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It happened to so many mothers, and Lord Radric has exiled all of them, calling it a sign of God's disfavor. With my Halthort gone, I don't know if I'd manage if I lost my home too. Interesting. I hope Calico can help me. They say Ranja, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent the child from being hollowborn, but she moved to the south to Analog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now with Calico gone. Please, can you help me? Um, yeah, we'll find her. Why not? Oh, she gave us 20 copper pieces right off the bat. You will? God bless you. Here, give me the coin to pay. I'll give you the coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink that she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much to burden to carry back. Anslog's compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You have to cross the wilds to get there. And that's what keeps me from trying myself. Thank you again. You're truly saving us both. Okay, interesting. And then we'll, I guess, well, what do we got left? We still got the windmill right before we leave town. And then we'll probably take the road south. I think we're going to take care of that quest we just got there first, and then we'll worry about the road east after that. So let's head off to the windmill, see if there's anything of interest here. Then we'll kind of go from there. Definitely kind of collecting a lot of quests and whatnot as we go. Trying to get the real experience of this game. Oh my, what's going on now? We know there's no more grain in there, Tremble. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crop. The first the first of you drunkards that comes through the door gets shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swenner, I'll put you down like a dog. Come come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Tremble. Fair we'll have fair prices, or by the flame. We'll have a reckoning. Okay. So the local villagers feel like they're getting raked over the coals on the grain prices. Looks like there's a little something I can grab over there. Don't mind if I do. I don't know how valuable all this stuff actually is, but might as well make sure there's no treasures hiding about. Pretty much as far as we can go. Alright. Now see, they were just outside there with like pitchforks and stuff, and we're just waltzing right on in. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor, his face pale drawn, his eyes wide behind him. A younger man and a woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises his club as you enter, shakes violently at his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on. I'm not here to hurt anybody. Wait, I know you. You just came to town, right? Don't tell me Swainer's already got his claws into you. Gods, that's all I need. Um, who's Swainer? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies to the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades and hasn't gotten any kinder with time. Okay. What was all that ruckus outside? Where to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth and going about grain stores claims I've hidden away most of it. Good grief. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell it to whoever comes to the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale. And Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town, the crop's blight, and most of what I'm getting is from the farmers. It's gone off, it's rotted through. Okay. Yeah, seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. It's not. Look, Swainer's always been a rotten bastard. With stores so limited, maybe I've saved the good stuff for the people who deserve it. Afra, for instance, she's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? Do the villagers know about the grain supply? Some, the innkeeper, for instance. It's not. It's it's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. If I can just keep things calm until then, we'll be in the clear. The innkeeper? I wouldn't drink the ale. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, I think I did have a drink over there. All right, I'll go have a talk with Swainer. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time, and we'll all make it out with some sacrifices. Well, I'd be in your debt for it if you can convince him. Alright, that raises the question, where does he live? Where are these people? Saru. Anything really of interest in here? There's a crate back there, but I am worried that I think that's what that extra little emblem right there is that it's considered stealing. Let's not try to do that again. Most of the time when you can get something out of a chest, it just has like a little hand. Um, let's see, where would he be? Would he be at the bar? He's probably at the bar, right? Which is that guy right there. That's kind of what he mentioned, is that him and his friends don't mind drinking up all the wheat. And when they need it for food and there's a short supply, they get mad. Villager, villager. Who do we got here? Generic villager names. There we go. These people actually got names.
Aye?
That drives me nuts.
Gods keep you.
I don't know who you are, and I don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Careful, looks like they're cut from the same cloth as the rowdies who attacked me. Wrinkles his nose. Smells like it too. I just saw you outside of the mill. What's that all about? Well, someone fancies themselves a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trembler thinking he's the king of the town on account of he's got the mill to his name. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him, and then cutting our purses when we need to buy the grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crop. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. What if I buy you all around? Will you talk to me then? Fair enough. You keep bringing us something to wet our throats, and I might feel up to trading words. Okay, let's select both. It's apparently impossible.
Yes? Eh? Eh?
There we go.
Greetings.
I could use some reliable help. You know anyone? Let's buy around for the fellows over there. Fine fellows, you're having me on. Any more fighting, and I'll have to ban Swenner from the inn entirely. Until then, it's 6 copper pieces for the lot. There you go. All right. Please, if I could just get them talking, I might be able to convince them to stop harassing the miller. All right, we got 3 beers added to the inventory. Well, that's all right then. Here, these 3 drinks are for the fools. You get them off Thumble's back, and maybe he'll be a little less stingy with his supplies. Why?
Aye?
Why is it
Gods
impossible
keep
to select them both at the same time? Got the drinks. So you have. By the flame, I never thought I'd be happy to see a mug of Blackhound shit beer. All right. Maybe you could tell me a little more about what's going on. Like I said, the miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that fools like Opera pay half of what we do. And maybe we've been a bit rough with him, but what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve. And do you think Tremble's going to be sorry when we do? Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him up against the wall. Maybe you could ask some of the other villagers for help. Nah, maybe I'd go talk to Tremble for you. Ha, you'll think you'll get through to him when we haven't? The man's thick as a pet pog. I hear you got his soul read. Found his kin used to grow Smithery trees for the Adian lords up until they figured out their side was losing. Explains why his knees still ache to bend whenever a lord or lady crosses the road. He'll be holed up in that mill for days, coward. But here, if you want to give it a shot, then good luck. We'll owe you one if you manage. All right, and away we go. I guess we'll head on back to the mill. At least I got both characters selected this time. I don't know why it deselects the character when you leave an area.
Eh?
A little suboptimal, but not a huge deal. All right, back across town we go. And we'll actually finish going across town next time. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have a good one.